Hey guys, it's Spacey Sims, and we are back with more Date Everything. And so I did play offline between the last part and this one. We'll get into that in a second. I'll go through all the characters and explain how some of them hate me now. I did speed click through a lot of things, and some of it was pretty funny. I'm like, oh, they hate me. All right, whatever. But I was also trying to figure out, I'm like, how do you realize them and everything? Because it does say to, like, talk to the characters again and then you can do it. But I did at one point go through and talk to some of them that I had already finished. Because Luna, the console, resets. And I didn't realize that she was in a weird time loop. We'll get more into her thing when I bring up the list or whatever. But she's in a weird time loop because I was like, I swear we got an ending with her. So I went back to talk to her. I'm like, I must not have. Went back to talk to her to get an ending. You know, it acts like you met a new dateable. And I'm like, but what? And then there's the, but we already know each other option. And she's like, no, I'd remember that. I'm like, no, but we're friends. And then I insisted. I was like, no, we're already friends though. And then she hated me. And I was like, fuck, she hates me. And I'm like, okay, whatever. And then like I was playing whatever, a couple of days in game later, whatever, come back and I'm like, but again, I have no ending with her, but you can see in her thing, it shows that she hates you. And then I'm like, what the fuck is going on? Something weird's going on with her, right? Obviously. So I looked, she's in a game, she's in a loop. So you had to talk to her a couple of times and do certain things in order to actually get her to remember. Her name's Connie Soul. Like console, Connie, Soul. There you go. And I was like, okay, that explains why she kept fucking. I was like, I thought I was crazy. I'm like, I thought the first time we met her, we got a friendship ending. And I'm like, I must have misremembered. No, she just keeps forgetting. Probably because you turn her off and reboot her all the time. But anyway, so I was going through about realization because I'm like, how do you do this? And it does mention, and this is what I don't like. Oh, okay, that's Aaron. And what I don't like is that once you realize the objects, you don't have to realize everyone to finish out the game. But once you realize them, they leave your house forever. And it's like, that's not what I want. I want my harem to stay here. They could go out and, you know, get jobs or do whatever, but I don't want them to leave forever and never come back. But then I was just reading something and I lost the page I was on. Oh, here we go. Okay. Dateable becomes human. They leave your house and become a real person. I don't want you to leave, though. That makes me so sad. But then I guess when you walk out of the house, there is an epilogue, and then it said something in there about they get their little portrait or something on your bulletin board downstairs. So, and depending, like, the decorations in the background are different depending if your friends are like lovers or whatever. But the epilogue reveals who comes back to see you after you've left the house, which is about the relationship and their impact or whatever. So I guess, and it said something, I think your friend characters may or may not come back, but your romance ones I think do or whatever. So maybe, I'm not sure necessarily. But also, I'm also trying to figure out how to realize them because it says don't realize Skylar first. I did say that because then the glasses become real and you can't talk to your characters anymore. So, I was trying to bring this up. Brings them to life. You'll no longer be able to date them using the date viators. They'll be gone from your game and you won't be able to talk to them. Make sure you're ready to say goodbye. But that's where we are. I did actually get, oh, I don't have my glasses on. Okay, hold on. I do have full spec points. We got everything, and I actually got endings with everyone. There was a handful of characters that I was like, I wrote down after I got endings with a few. I was like, let me go through the data decks and write down and be like, okay, these are the ones. They're like, whatever. And then there were some that I'm like, I do like these, and like, if I come back and record more with you guys, I'll talk to them. But I got a little carried away for over the last couple of days, and I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna go and talk to them and do whatever. And I ended up finishing everybody else in the game. So it is what it is. It would have taken fucking forever because I'm pretty sure, yes, it's a Monday in game. We left on a Monday in game, but I'm pretty sure it's been like a month, like that I've been going through. I mean, I went through days talking to people, especially because like Abel, you have to run around and talk to all the tables, and then I was running around trying to talk to him, and then I would always be like, he'd always be like, nope, everything's great here, going off to work, and you're like, the fuck? So then it was like hard to figure out which was the right one to talk to. The same thing with Kurt and Rod. Sometimes you talk to them and they'd be like, find us in the new location, and you're like, what fucking one? So it was kind of a pain in the ass to try to figure out which ones to talk to. So sometimes you wasted time talking to them or whatever, and got nothing out of it, you know, so you couldn't progress it. So there was a lot of running around and doing that. But anyway, I'm gonna see. Okay. The one next to Skylar's app on your phone. That's why there's a one next. I'm always like, what the fuck is this? Why is there? Oh, it's not there now. Interesting. It was always there. After the. Okay. Ask Skylar about realization. She'll refuse to tell you about unfinished business. It's when a character's needed in other storylines. But I finished all the characters. Okay. You have finished their storylines, so you have to have either love or friends to realize them. If you want to realize a hate character, you have to give them candy. Well, that's great. I'm going to be stuck with everybody that hates me in this house. Which I think you can get from Keith or whatever, but I'm not going to bother with that. We have the right specs, which we do. We have full specs, so we should be able to do that to everybody. You've done all the storylines. Which I did, because again, we finished everybody. When you've met the requirements for the character, talk to them. They have an option offering realization. I didn't notice that, so we'll have to go back and see. But I didn't notice that, like, when I was going through with the characters. Like, when I was trying to do Luna, I was like, oh, okay, I gotta go back. I would just talk to random characters that I already finished, and I never saw I Want to Realize You in any of that. So I don't know if we have to talk to Skylar first, but we already knew Skylar and Phoenicia, Florence and Celia, we knew Stella, Wendelin and I are friends. She's a judgy bitch. I mean, she's not terrible, but she's a little fucking judgy, because you go around and you talk to her and she's like, obviously, because she's a window, she's peeping at other people. And then she starts talking to you like you're like a shut-in loser or whatever, and you should have a party, and she kind of forces you. I kind of skipped through did a speed read, so I didn't get like the full gist of it, you know? But it was basically like, you should have a party, we should plan this. And then you're finally like, okay, trying to plan the party, and she's like, you know what, never mind, or whatever. But it is very much like, maybe I don't want to have a fucking party, Wendelin, okay? Simmer down. And maybe it's because, I don't know, I just chose random things with her, so we're friends. That's cool. That's all I wanted. Kurt and Rod we're friends with as well. I don't remember really, like, one of them, I can't remember which one, kind of has a thing for Wendelin, the other one's in love with Curtains across the street, whatever. Shelly's in love with us. Good for us. Abel's in love with us. He did have a funny interaction when you click on the dining room table talking about Scandelabra, you know, polishing himself or whatever. That's pretty fucking funny. Also, there is a scene where you click on the nightstand, and Benoit's been getting a little freaky and got some lube on Abel, and he's literally freaking the fuck out about it because he's an old-fashioned table. So getting lube all over him is like, ah! Like he's like losing his shit. So Tyrell comes in, and because he's the towel, and you're like, you know, wiping Abel down, and it's a little sexy, but like poor Abel lost his shit. Also, the hallway table upstairs, there's a point where he gets water on him because, like, the roof is leaking or whatever. So Celia's like, ah, the roof's leaking. And Abel's like, I'm all wet. And then, like, the other characters pop in. So, but the lube one on the end table was pretty funny because he literally, like, couldn't handle it. We already saw her. We know Lux. Hector, we're friends with. I don't remember what I said to Hector to just be friends instead of lovers. I was just like, whatever. Prissy hates me, which is the funniest fucking thing. She was one of the first characters that hated me. We were doing great with her. But there was a point where you go back and she's got like bug spray and she's like, I got bugs. And I think at that point I was just like, girl, you're plastic. And so I clicked the but you're plastic option. And after that, there was no going back. There wasn't even, because then she gets kind of like offended that you say that. And you don't have any chances after that with the options to be like, no, I'm sorry, you're right. I was like, because I was thinking that I'm like, you're right. I should just, be humoring her or whatever. No, every answer after that was basically, you plastic, you ain't real, you basic. Like all this shit. And she lost her shit and hated me after that. And I was like, I mean, I did choose, but girl, you're plastic? And from there, I was a snowball descent into hell. So I was like, all right, whatever. She hates me now. So, like, that was pretty funny. We already knew about Timothy. Art loves me. Also, there's art around the house because his whole thing is he shows you 4 pieces of art and you basically put them up. And the first time, I only put 3 out of the 4 up because the 4th one, I was like, I don't want that in my living. Because he shows you one and then is like, do you put it in your bedroom? Do you put it above the fireplace where the ship in the bottle is? Do you put it in the fireplace on the other side? Because the fireplace is double-sided. Or do you put it in the bathroom? So the 3rd one I put in the bathroom. So when I got to the 4th one, I was like, oh, I don't really like that one. I don't want that one in my living room. So I decided not to put it up. But I did have to go back a second time because I did not spend all that time working on Stepford to make that motherfucker just my friend because I chose the wrong option in his. We'll get to him when we get there. So I was like, hell no, I did not spend all that time to not be able to get that little twink out of those tight ass pants. Okay? So I reloaded my save, which was like, I'd only been playing for an hour, but I had to go back and redo a couple characters. And so I did get different endings. Art, I got the exact same ending. We're still in love, but I did at least know what the 4 paintings were because apparently I hadn't talked to him at all. I talked to him all in that hour and I was like, really? I'm like, okay, whatever. So I do have the 4 paintings up. We can walk around the house and I'll show you. River loves us, which is great. That's lovely. We already knew Eddie and Volt. Koa loves us. He's fabulous. Dolly loves us. Dante loves us. He's pretty cool. I don't know if we had finished Telly or not, but he loves us. Connie loves us now. But this was Luna, who's now Connie's soul. Keys loves us. She had like a whole thing where half the people in the house hated her or whatever because she was kind of stuck up. But it was like, no, girl, you just got to talk to him nice. Don't be rude. And whatever. So she's pretty cool. Gaia, I think, already knew that. Captain Jacques, our friend. Parker, the first time around, I got love with him. But then when I went back and redid it, I did almost the same thing, and I only got friendship with him the second time. But the first time, you play 3 games with him, right? First time is like a Candyland thing, and I did the exact same choices. I won the game against him. Cool. The second time we played chess, and when I first played him in chess, there was like 2 options, like give up or put a bishop back. And I clicked them and I went, oh shit, that's me cheating, like putting a piece back on the board when he's not looking. Right? And then the 3rd game is some kind of fucking like dairy farmer game that you play with him. I did the same choices both times. Again, the first time I cheated at chess. So when you go back to him the 4th time, he has Chance come up and he's like, we're going to roll a dice to see what our relationship's like. And he's like, you get weighted dice points if you beat me, and then weighted negatively if you're a filthy fucking cheater. He literally calls you a filthy fucking cheater. And you're like, I only cheated that one time. And I admitted to it or whatever. He's like, I know. And you're like, okay. And I got love with him. The second time around, I'm like, I won't cheat at chess. Somehow we ended up as friends. I'm like, so cheating at chess made you love me? I don't know, whatever. I was like, okay, that doesn't make any sense. Tina hates me. I don't fucking know why. She has a thing. Well, she's also kind of like a bit of a psycho bitch, but like, whatever. She has a thing where you're in there trying to talk to her and she's like writing in her diary. And like the next time you try to talk to her, the diary's there, so you pretend to look through her diary and you hear giggling. And then after that, you go to talk to her, and then she fucking hates you. So I'm like, was it because I pretended to look at her diary that she hates me? Maybe. I don't know, but she hates me. Beverly loves us. We helped her get her business off the ground, and we had Phoenicia help us with that. Mitchell likes us, even though we went around and I don't know what we did that wasn't perfect for him. Because we had a good time at all the little restaurants we went to. And the last one you go to when you're leaving, you have the chance to, like, you know, just be like, okay, peace out, home slice. Or you could kiss him or be like, oh, I hope the night doesn't have to end or whatever. The first time I kissed him, you know what I mean? And then, like, still we got just the friend relationship. And then, because he was one of the characters that reset when I was fixing Stepford. And then the second time around, I was like, let's just go with the night doesn't have to end. And still got friends. So I'm like, I don't know where we got friend zoned with him, but whatever. I didn't really care, but I was like, oh, I can lean in for I can go in to kiss him and see what happens. And he friend zoned me, but it's fine. Fabrizio, we already knew. Sinclair, we already knew. Freddie loves us. Okay. Freddie had a little bit of a meltdown where he actually turns into a monster and he screams at you at one point. Because, you know, he's a Yeti, so, like, whatever. Stefan loves us. Luke loves us. Miranda loves us. I think Dishy we finished. We already knew Daisuke. The air fryer hates me, and I'm okay with that, because I did not lean into placating him and all of his, like, crazy religious brainwashing. I was like, yeah, no. And there was one point where, like, you go down, and he's, like, cooking french fries and, like, whatever, to just, like, kind of show that he's better. And there's another scene where you go, and again, I was kind of skipping fast through because I was like, he's crazy. I don't give a crap what we get with him, right? And there's a mozzarella stick, so you eat it, and I think that's what he flipped the fuck out because I ate fried food. He's like, ah, you're a heathen, or whatever, and then he hated me, and I was like, whatever. Like, it doesn't bother me. Listen, if my real air fryer hated me, that's okay, but my real air fryer is not trying to make me join a fucking cult, okay? Kopi is our friend. We helped her realize that she should not be working for Roof Bucks. She should be running her own place, and so she is. Cam's actually we're friends with. I thought for a while he was going to hate me just because I kept messing up and he'd get really pissed because he's trash and he'd be like, why are you talking about throwing things away? And he'd get all aggressive and you're like, fuck, he's going to hate me. But no, we're friends. Well, we knew about that. Amir loves us, which is good because he's gorgeous. The toilet hates me because I failed his rap battle. The first time, again, I sped through because I don't really care for him that much. I was like, whatever. I chose the things the first rap battle. The second time I chose one option, he's like, what the fuck? That doesn't make any sense. Even though it rhymed. And then he was just all mad. And then from there, he hated me. And I was like, whatever. We know Johnny loves us. Bathtub hates me too. I think because I tried to tell her how to make friends and she's a stuck-up bitch. And nobody likes her, so she blamed me for it. So everything in my upstairs bathroom hates me now. Except for Barry. Poor Barry. Also, that probably she hated me too, because there was one point where she was like, she called Barry in to converse with us, and he was talking and she was like being rude to him, and I'm like, don't you fucking be rude to Barry. I don't think she liked that when I told her off. I was like, we're not rude to Barry. I'll defend my boyfriend. You be nice to him. He has Swiss cheese for brains. We are nice to him, okay? We're not mean. He'll cry. We already knew Rebel hated us. Barry loves us, obviously. Tyrell loves us. Faria we got friends with, I think because I was skipping through her really fast, and she has, like, all these medical questions she throws at you, and then she wants you to quiz her, and I was like, I don't fucking remember what she said, because I wasn't really reading it, so I just agreed that, like, yes, she got them all right, so when she took her little medical quiz, or, like, her exam, she got some of the questions wrong, because I told her they were right, and I was like, to be fair, I wasn't listening to a damn word you said, I skipped through that so fast, so, you know. Dasha's in love with us, which is awesome. Penelope loves us. It took a while with Penelope, but I think that's because she was always going on dates with other objects, and there was always an option to be like, why don't you date me instead? And I just kept letting her date the other objects, and finally I was like, what happens if I just say this? Does it? And then, bam, that was it. And I was like, okay, maybe that's all I had to say all along, and I didn't have to watch her go try to date Chance, and then try to date, frickin' Shelly, and then I forget who she dated after. I was like, maybe I could just nip this in the bud type of a thing. We already knew about Mac. Willie somehow loves us. I don't think we did that. I think I did that off. I'm surprised. Because, like, there was several points where I was like, I think Willie's going to hate me because I got her fired, but we already know I'm going to miss you. I don't want to realize you if you're going to leave me. Rungo Myfenoa loves us. We said all the right things to our goddess. We already knew Chance did. Got our romance with Maggie. I think we got the romance with Maggie before we ended because we were doing all the requests. Winifred loves us. And Winifred, though, it's totes cool with all of our shenanigans because she is in love with Bathsheba, with River, and with Washford. She got like a thing going on, so she does not mind in all of her options when she'd ask things. I'm like, no, I'm totally in love with multiple people. And she's like, awesome. So she's a swinger too. We got romance with Rainey. She had some screws loose. I think we started that quest because we got the information from Celia. I believe we did that like she had knocked over at a party. She literally has screws loose. Literally. So we had to get a screwdriver from Tony and like actually tighten the screws in her brain. And then that's like where all of her music was all wonky. So then she's fine and like, whatever. So, and I think we saw that we got our Candelabra in love with us. We already knew Arma. Betty's in love with us. My Diary and I are buddies, which is cool. I just didn't spend too much time with her. We already knew about that. Benoit and I are lovers. That's some shit. There's some kinky scenarios in that. We don't have this one yet because we have to realize some people. We got romance with the Hanks. The first time around, because before I fucked up Stepford, I got friends with the Hanks. Because there was an issue with the difference of when they're like, we want you to be an honorary Hank. And you're like, way to go, bro. Awesome. Or then there's another option that's like, really? Just that? And I was like, yeah, awesome. And then I was like, after I went to fix Stepford, I'm like, maybe that's not right the answer. Maybe the like, seriously? Just friends kind of choice. So I chose that one and then we all fell in love. So I was like, all right, that works. Washford's all in love with me, which is really fucked up because Drysdale and I are only friends. He is not that into me. He's a little more stuck up. And I couldn't get them together, which is unfortunate because when I was talking, I went to Washford to talk to him, ended up in love with him. Was like, okay, sure. And then I was talking to Drysdale and I was like, I think Washford wants to talk to you. And you try to call Washford and he never shows up. And I'm like, shit. So like, I'm wondering if that's one of these, like, oh, that's a hate ending with him. I mean, you surprised, but I'm very surprised that there was no option of clean out Jerry's drawer. Oh, we broke them up, I guess. I was trying to get them back together. I don't know, whatever. Titus is our buddy, so she's just our friend. Henry, okay, the first time I went and talked to Hoove, right? Okay, so we gotta click on that because he's I just finished this yesterday. The first time I went to him, he's got like a lot of baggage, and you're like, oh, maybe you should get rid of stuff. And there's like a moldy lump of cheese or some shit, and you're like, oh my god, throw it away. And then he gets so fucking pissed and hated me, and I was like, the fuck happened? I was like, why does he hate me? So when I redid Stepford, I went back, I'm like, let me fix this. And I used a guide for him because I was like, I don't want him to hate me. He's like too hot to hate me. And I was like, what the fuck did I mess up? And it was basically like that. That's like don't tell him to throw it away. Tell him to just put it back in your bag or whatever. Because like, and it did say to kind of endear yourself, like talk about sports and go to sports, watch games and stuff with him. So I did that. And then when you go through the objects, kind of like with Lady Memoria, with her, don't tell her to keep it, put it out or throw it away. With Hoove, it's like, tell him either you should keep that or you'll put it up for him somewhere. Do you want me to hang on to that for you? And with that lump, gross garbage, don't tell him to throw it away. Tell him to put it back in his bag. And that's where I was like, that's what it is. Because I told him, oh my god, what the fuck? Throw it away! That was the bad option, so. We already knew Bobby was in love with us. Kristoff is our buddy. He's our friend. Dunk, which we totally forgot. I did make him fall in love with us because we had to go to a million different fucking sports equipments and hang out with him. or whatever. Stepford, absolutely, because I did not work so hard to try to pull off those tight ass gold pants for you to keep them the fuck on. So the difference was after he goes and he wins his little tournament thing, right? First of all, you didn't have to talk to all three objects. I did. He only asks about one. So I told him what Drysdale told us, and that was it. And that's all he asked about. And I was like, okay, he wins. And then there's two options, like, you deserved it, or let's get you, like, showered off, like, trophy boy. Literally, I'm pretty sure that's word for word what it says. And I was like, well, I mean, I'm just going to respect him. That was not the right choice. That is the friend zone. And I was like, so I went back and redid it, and I was like, let's get you showered up, trophy boy. And then that's how I got the romance ending with him. And I was like, look at me just trying to appreciate him as not an object, and now I got to objectify him, but whatever. So, Tony's in love with us, which is good, because he's also kind of fucking hot. Bo's our friend. I guess I went and saw her one more time, I think, and she was like, awesome, let's be friends! And I was like, okay. We already knew about Keith. Bodhi's in love with us. Great. He had some fucking existential crises around the house about how modern everything is, and like, sir, I get you. We already knew about Monique made us jump through like a fucking questionnaire about finances and stuff like that. Like, what would you do here? What would you do there? Like, whatever. And then just ended up being our friend, which is fine. Holly loves us. We had to run around like crazy with her because she doesn't know how to simmer down and rest. So we kind of had to like force her. The one thing I'll say, which I thought was cute, is like when you're trying to date Holly and you're hanging out with her, there's one point where she's like completely exhausted and passed out, and Florence shows up, and Florence is like, oh, hey there, love. Because, you know, we were in a relationship with Florence and Celia. I'm like, that's cute. And then the scene where you're talking to Abel and Tyrell shows up to help. He's like, oh, there's my lover, or whatever. He says something about you being his lover. And you're like, I like that they throw that in because you got romance endings with these other characters before that. When they pop in, they kind of reference your relationship. You know what I mean? I'm like, I like that. I don't know. I just wanted to mention that. We spent half this episode just reviewing what we've done. Erin's in love with us. Tex Buckshon, the first time I went through, she hated me because I told her she was beautiful, and that was apparently the wrong answer because she wants to be heard and not just seen. So when I went, again, she was one of the characters that I redid. So I'm like, be like, it's been great hanging out with you. So we got friends at least. And I was like, good, because better than hate. Nightmare hates me because I refuse to accept her nightmares. So she got pissed at me and hates me. Reggie, we already knew we're friends. Mikey's friends. And Lucinda's in love with me. She does get... So it took fucking forever for that bitch to show up. For fucking ever. And then she wouldn't stop showing up. I was trying to talk to Hector a couple times because I had to for, like, I think Stepford's Quest or something. I'm like, whatever. I clicked... The one day, Lucinda shows up. The next day, I click on him, Lucinda shows up. And I'm like, bitch, I need you to simmer the fuck down. She also takes you to her little sex cave, which is like a weird little place. And then it's all kinky and weird in there. And you're like, damn. And I didn't know how it was going to go with her because I kept being like, I want to get to know you. And she kind of gets mad about that. But then like later it kind of works out. And then sometimes she's like, why don't you choose the horny options? And you're like, fine. So the next time you choose the horny option and you're getting all freaky in her little, like, weird sex palace, wherever the hell it is. And then, like, but then afterward you're just trying to, like, get to know her, and then she gets a little mad, and it's like, I don't know, it was really weird. So, but I guess that worked out because I don't know if that's necessarily the right path, but it works out because you're like, you're more than just a hot piece of ass, Lucinda, so. But anyway, let's bring Skylar up.
Welcome! What can I do for you in my main menu?
Let's talk about, I don't want to say realize you. Like, rules and strategy, maybe? I thought, like, what should I be doing, maybe?
Good question. Very easy, as long as you are continuing to awaken object. If you have other questions, I'm all ears.
When should I leave the house?
You can leave the house at doing that starts the end of your unless of course you reload a save. Wink wink.
Okay. How do I know when I want to
If
see
you want the barest minimum of a good ending, I would shoot to get once you have that. You'll any other questions about what you should be doing?
What does it say? No.
Anything else you wanted to know about features?
No,
Go.
frick.
What can I do for you in my main menu?
I don't want to say, can I realize you? Well, that's fine. If we realize her accidentally and we don't get a chance to back out and we fucking accidentally ain't, I'll just reload the save because we did nothing in here aside from me going over or whatever.
Oh, no.
No? Okay.
Well, just not yet.
Okay. What do you mean? Tell me about
when
realizing.
Franklin least made me, it was in a sort of a mad, passionate rush of scientific fervor.
Okay.
There were unintended consequences, like realization, which is a good thing.
Okay. Okay, yes, definitely.
But one of the issues with realizing an object is that each of us can only leave once our own little purposes are complete. Some of us here still have things, I call it, unfurnished business.
Clever.
Thank you very much. Each of us can't become a human if we have unfurnished business. Reasons we need to appear in this house. None of the others know why exactly this is, or what it might be that we need to do. Oh, but I'll always tell you when I see it and forbid you from realizing that individual.
Okay, but I didn't see the option.
Well, I have the most unfurnished business out of anyone.
I wasn't planning on realizing
her,
to be fair.
To help everyone else get realized. Sorry to be the bearer of bad news, but if you want me realized, you have to get everyone else realized too.
Okay, I see what my question
is. You got it. Keep realizing everyone you see, and eventually my unfurnished business will become furnished. Yeah, you know.
Okay, so I guess then we should just realize. I don't want to realize everyone because that's gonna probably take forever. We have to do the 10, right? I have my top 11, and then, I mean, honestly, I do have a long list of people, like, I have my favorites. I have my top 11, but I was really hoping they'd stay here in my harem. 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. That's 26. 35. I have about 35 out of all of the characters that are like, these are the ones that I really like and I would realize them. You know what I mean? I don't want to realize everybody, but then I feel bad. Okay, wait a minute. Okay, cool. Okay, because I talked to her.
It's me, Tinfoil Hat. Are you there? I'm still receiving data from the Dateviators. Why haven't you brought Skylar to life and destroyed them?
Okay, so that comes when you ask about it.
Are flirty and super hot, but as long as the Dateviators exist, David will be hunting you. And you don't have a chance. He has a whole island just to practice hunting people. There's definitely no people hunting going on here, island. Thinks he's so clever, but I'm on to him.
I can't.
You can't realize her? Oh dear. This must be unfurnished business.
Well, we know who you are.
Undoubtedly from too many reanimation gluons in the plasmonic nanogenerators. Oh, I was afraid of this. My calculations showed it was a possibility, but I didn't realize it was unavoidable.
Sorry for the bad news.
Change of plans.
Realize everybody else.
If unfurnished business is inevitable, then you'll need to bring every object to life before you can realize Skylar and destroy the Dateviators.
Okay.
Any questions?
Like 100,
I'm so
honestly.
Sorry. It'll have to wait.
Of course.
I'm illegally piggybacking off of my neighbor Howard's Wi-Fi, and he just found out. He's only 11, but he's got a black belt in Taekwondo. He's a real big kid. Realize all the objects so you can destroy the Dateviators.
Okay. We'll do that. I mean, I wasn't gonna do everybody, but I might, like... We might realize some people, and then maybe I'll go around and, like... Or we'll just... Whatever. So, you know what? I wasn't gonna... Let's realize Teddy, so that... Let's see if we can realize him. It's gonna take us days.
You're back. My goodness, what a sensation. I missed you more this time than last time. Got some great advice gems for you if you want.
Let's see. Teddy, it's time. I'm ready to realize you. Okay, I didn't see that.
Oh.
Because when I clicked on... Oh, because you know what? I didn't talk to Skylar about realization. Because I was downstairs talking to my... Like, I talked to Timothy or whatever to see, and he's like, are you ready for our date? Whatever. And Daisuke, when you talk to him, after you've fallen in love, you, like, go to kiss him, and then it's, like, a passionate makeout session. She's like, we have to stop, otherwise I'm not going to get any work done. And I'm like, and that's a problem? How? Like, sir? But there was no realization options, you know? But again, I think it's because you have to talk to Skylar first. Okay.
Oh, my. Well, I've been waiting for this longer than I could even say.
Teddy does deserve to be the first one.
And you're ready? I mean, you have everything you need.
I am perfect. I got everyone, plus all the bonuses from Mikey and Lucinda. Yep, I'm ready to go. Let's bring you to life.
Realize Teddy first. Aww.
I mean, to be fair, Lyric is my Lyric is my favorite. I don't know why my brain thought that was the wrong thing. Lyric is my favorite, but I don't want him to leave me. But I do feel like Teddy has been here. Teddy probably deserves to go first. Before I wanted to see what's gonna happen before I bring someone I really love alive. But okay.
Come on, Teddy. Let's see how you snuggle in the real world.
The spectral energy flows through your date viators, and what was once merely a teddy bear becomes...
I'm like, oh my god! He's just a burly dude in a fucking bear onesie! This is what I was hoping for. I was like, I hope when Lyric becomes realized he's not just like a fucking merman of books, because how are you going out in public? Especially if it's like, they leave your house. How... Teddy could have left the house in the outfit he was wearing, but he's gonna wear this instead.
Teddy holds his hands out in front of him, clearly marveling at the lack of stitches and stuffing in his
This is
body.
hilarious.
My. Oh.
I love this. This is... Okay, you know what? We might have to realize everybody.
I'm a flesh and blood human being.
I'm so happy for you.
Teddy, as we all know, has been a giver of top-quality advice for most of his life. Armed with this skill, and a love of the act itself, Teddy applied to be the host of a call-in advice show at a local radio station.
Oh, this is like
He
his
was
epilogue
hired
or
on the
whatever.
spot. He was given a booth, a time slot of his own, and unlimited
Aww.
coffee from the cozy and excellent shop next door to the studio. As you might imagine, he became good friends with all of the employees at both businesses. It wasn't long before he was the go-to help man for the entire neighborhood. For the first few months, Teddy was deliriously happy with his new job. He felt great empathy and fondness for his callers, and always tried his best to help them. Unsurprisingly, he created several new wonderful stories while on air to help illustrate his points. But after a while, he found himself becoming quite lonely.
I'd found myself right back in another closet. After getting to know you and receiving that splendid gift of humanity, I just couldn't spend another minute locked up in a little box all by myself.
So this is... Okay, so this is... I thought the epilogues were going to be once you leave and then it goes through everyone. But no, it'll go through each one as you do it, I guess. It's weird because it said, like, when you leave the house, it goes through them alphabetically. But...
Teddy began spending more and more of his time not in his booth, but at the coffee shop next door. It got to the point where he had a regular table, the one in the window alcove, and a regular order, strong black coffee and hazelnut honey cake.
Hazelnut honey cake sounds delicious.
The day he knew he had at last found his place was the day he missed his show. He was sitting at his table with a lovely young woman named Moira. He listened enraptured to her tale about her dog and a cross-country road trip when he realized his time slot had ended 45 minutes ago.
Did you just fall in love with another woman?
I hadn't missed it at all, though, you see. I was so happy right where I was. I wouldn't have left Moira for all the money in that station.
So Teddy gave his notice at the studio. They were sorry to see him go. He'd become one of their most popular programs. But the employees knew they would see him again. Many of them had standing appointments with him at his window table, just to check in, just to say hi. He's also branched out just a bit. In addition to the honey cake, he also now enjoys the dark cherry and almond tart.
Woo! We did it! We brought a dateable object to life! Yes! Sorry, How do you feel? Is it tingly?
It was awesome, sure.
I thought so too. At first I was nervous, but I hid it under my bubbly exterior.
Confused because it was like, okay, they do the thing and then he's like, I was there where I needed to be with Moira at this table. And it's like, that kind of sounds like you fell in love with this woman. And like, I mean, I'm cool for that for you, Teddy. Go for it. But you trying to tell me that the characters that I'm in love with, that in my little personal harem, they're going to go out there and fall in love with other people. I'm going to beat a bitch. That is not how this game goes. Maybe it was because I was like, oh, I'm confessing my love to... Maybe because I chose that instead of confessing my love to Teddy. Because, like, I had the two options. Like, I'm happy for you, buddy. Oh, like I'm happy for you. Or, like, it feels weird confessing my love to you in, like, human form or whatever. Maybe that was, like, the you're letting him go type of a thing. So, we'll see about that. Yeah, I could tell.
Oh, There's a whole lot more to realize than we, realize. I say, let's get to dating.
But before you go, a familiar interloper makes her presence known.
Hey, Lucinda.
Hey, can I get one of those? I've always wondered what it would be like to be like you.
Let's bring another one to life. Sure, let's take her. Let's find.
Is that it? Do I become human now? Or...
I have enough points.
You've really grown on me, Lucinda. Let's make you realized.
The spectral energy flows.
She
through
wouldn't have
your
been my
data,
second
and what
choice,
was once
but
an incredibly loving microtransaction becomes
a normal girl, still in a like sexy little outfit. But at least it's a little more appropriate for walking down the street.
Lucinda Loving, there in her fully human glory.
This is so nice. Thank you. Thank you for finding the real me.
It's a D, an L, and a C.
I love you.
I see, no, but is this the real you? I feel like is like a friend kind of ending. So if we say, I love you right back, girl, in all the ways there are.
You plant a firm kiss
okay,
on
yeah,
Lucinda's
so I think
luscious
now
lips.
we just got our first girlfriend in the harem.
Oh, I mean, there's still more to explore about me, isn't there?
Betty?
You and Lucinda spend days together, traversing her new body and finding out all.
So
that
that's
it can
the
do.
answer.
Your attentiveness is only matched by her capacity for exploration.
So I'm assuming that's the difference then. So, like, if we went back, if I'd saved, gone back to Teddy, and been like, I love you, then I don't think he would have, like, hung out at the coffee shop and met Moira, you know what I mean? So I actually like that, though, because, like, that's cool, Teddy. You went out and you found yourself someone. It was one of those when I was like, excuse me? You're going to tell me I'm going to bring Lyric to life and he's going to go fucking find someone else? He's going to stay fucking here as a merman of books. Fuck that shit. I will keep him trapped forever in this hellhole. Gonna let him go out and fall in love with someone else? Mine! But, like, if it's a matter of the choice you make, like, if I said, like, but is this the real you? Then she's gonna go out and find herself and then find a partner and fall in love and you're gonna be like, good for you. You know what I mean? So even if you got a love ending with people, you can, like, choose to kind of set them free in their own way. That's kind of nice.
Worlds inside worlds.
But Lucinda's our first girlfriend in our man harem.
This is the real
our harem,
Lucinda.
totally.
Not someone created simply for mere sport, but a being of knowledge, introspection, and more than a little faith.
I've decided to join a monastery.
What?
Somewhere tranquil where I can find out more about myself and my place in this world.
That's not how I expected that to go after everything that just happened. Okay, never
Thank
mind,
you.
but sure.
For trusting me.
If there's anyone who knows that a goodbye is merely an opportunity for a hello down the road, it's your newly minted monk, Lucinda Loving.
I wonder if again, because again, it said that it goes through the epilogue, so this is the real whatever, and then maybe some of them, like you said, come back. Maybe that's what. Okay, all right. Well, we'll see what happens when we walk out of the house. It's going to be several parts, obviously. All right.
There you are. I was just thinking about you, you know.
We're just going to go around the whole damn house. Can we kiss her and then realize her?
You envelop Betty in your arms, and when she kisses you...
Why not?
It truly knocks you senseless.
It's tempting. It's Betty, for God's sakes.
For a few moments, there's nothing but you and her. You and those maddeningly perfect lips and killer curves. It's hard to stop at just a kiss when it's this good. But somehow, you manage to pull yourself away.
It's going to be hard to wait, but I'll see you tonight, cutie.
Okay, so we'll realize her tomorrow. Also, this is one of the paintings that Art gave us that we put here. Oh, whoops. Let's bring the glitch to life, I guess, because we're in the room, so we might as well we'll bring Betty to life.
Love. You've already got your love. Is that not enough?
I'm ready to realize you.
You would be. Got all your stat blocks aligned.
I want to see what happens. You didn't need any! Of course, let's get started.
Now what will it be like, I wonder? The bug in the beaker broken free.
I want to know what you turn into when you become
I'm
normal.
meant to feel excited. To portray excitement. So, yippee.
This is the right thing to do.
The spectral energy flows through your Dateviators, and what was once merely a dresser becomes... The spectral energy flows through your... The spectral energy...
Go in. He's still kind of glitchy.
Nice reaction.
I love the fact that, that it glitches, because, Dina's a glitch, so you go through the line 3 times. That's so funny.
Has become a human.
It feels the same.
And he's still glitchy as fuck.
A disappointment, but what else would I expect?
This is fun. Is it okay I have the hots for a glitch like you? It's kind of cool.
Come, let us do the thing.
What would it be like doing a glitch?
The thing ends up being a sort of geometric impossibility. But Damon is fearless in their pursuits.
That's true. Dina was the dresser. It's Dina Damon. Oh my god.
Fifth-dimensionally, you feel what was your tongue enter a space of what was their lips. Yet at the same time, their lips are behind your neck.
This is all sorts of fucking up with physics,
Their
but okay.
legs both wrap around yours, and yours wrap around theirs. And also, you have no legs.
This is great.
The release you feel is eternal in nature.
You did
it both
not.
gives you pleasure and does not.
The
It tickles.
I exit.
Damon find themselves in the... Damon enters the real world, searching for the next big thing to crack open like a puzzle box. They find the lost, the downtrodden, the forgotten, and quickly put themselves... Damon finds... Narrator. Damon enters the real world, searching for the next big thing to crack open, like a puzzle box.
I like how this is so glitchy. That was amazing. Good job. Okay. All right, let's bring our diary.
Back. I have so much to tell you. I bet you have so much to tell me. Adventures? New friends? This is the place to share, divulge, and burden and reflect. The fact that we both get to do it is just... it's the best. I'm still me. You may have imagined that identity fades in and out like a camera seeking focus, but really it changes colors. The chameleon learns and adjusts, but it's still a lizard in the end. I think I also might be obsessed with lizards.
Gosh, let us talk of toucans.
Oh, wow! Be there in a minute! Anyway, welcome. It's always good to see you.
Sorry, Barry, you're gonna have to wait. What if I could offer you real skin, my chameleon? I'm assuming that means realize her.
Enthusiastically and with no context, yes! But as I understand it, this isn't entirely up to me. Do you have what you need?
Yes, I have what it takes.
Diana, bring your magic to the world.
The spectral energy flows through your Dateviators, and what was once merely your diary becomes...
Aww. She's still got the same vibe. She's screaming happily.
I have skin.
Diana runs her fingers over her own body. understanding slowly that for the first time in her existence, she is.
I have an ending, which must mean I have a beginning. And then between those 2 points, if they even are points, they may be spectra of their own, there must be a middle.
Diana's hands come to rest on her own very real belly. She looks up at you with quivering silver tears balanced in her eyes.
I have a middle.
I'm so proud of you, Diana.
Diana's gratitude at finally
we only have
having
one
a self
option
to
with her.
understand was so deep that she wanted to help other people discover themselves in the same way. She became a therapist.
Like, we only have one option with her because she's only a friend, not
For
a
a
lover.
while, her practice was booming, for, as you can attest, there's never been a better listener and keeper of secrets than Diana. But as time went by, she began to notice the same creeping dissolution, that numb panic that had defined so many of her years in the house. She was filling her new self to the brim with other, and the fragile her was being crushed beneath the accumulated mass. Finally, she had had enough. Walking back to her apartment from the office, she found herself standing befuddled in the middle of a crowded intersection. All the lights were broken. The pedestrian signal flashed, "Go, stop, 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 go." The cars from all sides were honking. The driver of a yellow taxi to her right waving his arms. The driver of a great black SUV in front of her laying on the horn in dark sunglasses. Diana stood disassociated in the midst of this chaos. From deep within her, a slow knowledge welled up. A simple and powerful no. She reached out with her right arm and swiveled her eyes to focus on the driver of the yellow taxi at the end of her fingers. She flipped her palm upward to face him. Stop. And he stopped. She reached out with her left arm and cleanly motioned for the great black SUV to move forward, slowly. There.
Is she going to become a crossing guard now?
Moved. And the car behind him moved. And the car behind that one followed. When 11 cars had gone through, Diana flipped her palm, and the car stopped on a dime, as if by magic. She rotated her eyes back to the yellow taxi and motioned to him. Your turn. He stared at her, transfixed. But with only a slight hesitation, he began to move. And the car after him. And the van after that. Once he was through the intersection, the cabbie leaned out of his window and smiled. A bystander did eventually call the police, and the lights at the intersection were repaired that night. But Diana had found her happy place. She has been the star of the Metro Traffic Bureau ever since.
I like that their stories are like, they're going out and they're doing this big thing, and then they're like, you know what, though? And then they find something, like, they go out and shoot for the stars, and then they're like, but then I settle down a little bit lower to the ground. You know what I mean? Like, Teddy had this radio show, but you know what? No, he likes chilling at the coffee shop with Moira and the people there and giving them advice. You know, something a little more toned down. She was a therapist, but you know what? No, she actually has more fun being a traffic cop.
On her days off,
like,
she sometimes comes back to visit.
Like, that's cute. All right, bedtime. Oh, what I have? Oh.
Hi.
Sam.
What's the latest with my favorite harem anime? By which I...
Oh, I didn't mean to clip. By which I mean your life. Call me Dr. Krankenstein, because I've created a new life.
Sorry, what are you doing?
There's this thing called realization.
Okay, the name is not the weird part. You are being extremely calm and normal about making new humans. You seriously turned one of your household items into a person? Is that ethical?
People make new humans every fucking day. Is that ethical in this society? Well, the world's on fire. It's a little different than turning my teddy bear into a man and setting him loose. Or whatever I did with the glitch. I didn't really think about it.
Come on, that's a huge deal. Humans have wondered what it means to be human since, like, the dawn of time.
They're probably better at it.
People who are born as human beings and die as human beings, we still don't even, know what that means to us.
Right.
Is it fair or okay to bestow that condition upon, I don't know, your kitchen cabinets?
Oh, speaking of, no. Yeah, see, they are probably going to be better at figuring out what it means to be human than we are. Because they never got to be. They've been able to ponder like it just sucks hanging out here in the kitchen all the time. Leave Caprizio out of this.
Caprizio? Like, that's the name of your... You know what? I don't actually want to know. Being human isn't even just, like, philosophical shit. Beyond, like, why am I here? And what is the meaning of it all? You are making, like, whole-ass human beings, right?
Yeah. As far as I can see.
So, like, you are making human beings just appear out of thin air.
Sort of.
They don't have social security numbers or permanent addresses or any of the shit one needs to live in this country. Is that
not
just
wrong.
Fine?
They're going to end up in a fucking concentration camp at this point. Jesus Christ. Just go with it, okay?
This is serious shit. You know what? Sure. All right. I am not going to be out here caring about this more than you are. If you don't care, just is what it is. Get out there and love on those household items. And just believe in their ability to integrate into society, I guess.
All you need is love, Sam.
Is that it? Just love? Okay, sure. Well, look, I am no hater.
Yeah, you are.
I am. But if you're happy, I'm glad
She's
you're
jealous.
happy. I won't pretend I understand how this furniture to human pipeline works, but if you're good, I'm good. End of story. I'm gonna go get something to eat. Have fun making things, people.
I will. She's just jealous because she can't bring her books to life and
Hey
make
there,
them hot
champ.
lovers.
How are you?
I'm doing okay.
Glad to hear it.
I am not going to tell Tom about the objects. Anything
Nope,
else?
Just doing my check-ins. It's been lonely around the old workspace these days.
Okay, bye, Tom. I did not realize I had messages. I like that it tells you, because, like, you have to finish them, but, like... Okay. Alright, let's let Betty go. Let's get our faves.
There you are. I was just thinking about you, you know. How about a kiss?
I'm ready to realize you, Betty.
How cool. We can finally really be together. Are we really doing this?
Yes. Let's go.
Come on, Betty, let's wake you up.
The spectral energy flows through your Dateviators, and what was once merely your bed becomes...
Oh, look at her. She's like a goddess. I loved her outfit before, but like, look at her.
Oh,
It's cute.
wow. Is this really me now?
I like how they keep a lot of it the same, but they just change it up a little
Betty
bit.
gives you a twirl, laughing as she does.
Or like Teddy is wearing a goddamn onesie. His outfit before, minus the bear ears on his hat, would have been totally more acceptable to walk outside in, but whatever.
I feel so beautiful.
And you look it.
Her eyes meet yours, and it's clear what's on her mind.
I'm not letting you go out in the world without a little tryst
She approaches
first.
you for a kiss, placing a soft hand on your arm and skimming it up to your shoulder.
Won't you kiss me, baby? We can finally sleep together.
Mm-hmm.
Really sleep together.
Mm-hmm. Come here.
Betty curls her arms around you,
Not
pulling
gonna
you
let
into
her
a
go
kiss
easy.
that curls your toes and nearly knocks the wind out of you.
Like some of the other objects that are my favorites, even if we got love endings, I'll be like, go live your happy life like we did to Teddy. Live your happiest, best life, Teddy. I love you, but be free. But Betty, no, I'm keeping this bitch.
It's not surprising given what you've known of her, but it doesn't make it any less impactful. Things escalate quickly, and when she leads you back to your bed, you...
Show her a good time.
It's not every day you get the honor of being someone's first everything, particularly when they're still adjusting to their new body.
I mean, technically, Betty's been banging a lot of the people in the house, but that's as a bed, as an essence of an object, not in a human body. So this is different.
But you take to your task with the gravity and enthusiasm it deserves.
Mm-hmm.
And Betty, for her part, matches your energy.
Yes, she
It
does.
seems all those years as a bed really taught her a few things. As you lie side by side, catching your breath, Betty curls up against you, resting her head on your chest.
I knew it was better with someone you love. I just never imagined how different it would be to be human. The sensation, the intimacy. I can't imagine what it'll be like when we've not seen each other for a little while. A little delayed gratification must heighten everything.
It's okay, Betty. If I have to set you free so you come back, I'll do it. I can imagine.
Well, you won't have to imagine now. I've got to head out there and find my own place.
Mm-hmm. And I hope you come back.
Oh, good. I don't mind coming back here. But I want you to see me out there as the woman I truly am now. Thank you for everything, my love.
Betty's gift for making others comfortable and her love of sensuality and romance leads her to boudoir photography, where she quickly excels.
That's good.
Betty takes a particular joy in helping her clients feel beautiful. Many of them are people who have never seen themselves in such a light, but feel empowered in front of Betty's lens. Ironically, Betty's boudoir photography rarely takes place in the bedroom. Is she tired of reminders of her old life? Or is she simply challenging herself to look beyond the boudoir? You can be certain of this, at least. Betty is the happiest you've ever seen her, and beyond grateful. The world is just a little happier and sexier, thanks to your efforts.
That's 5 realized dateables. Good job. Up top. We can't. Here's to more happiness.
Woohoo! I mean, we're at time. We've only realized 5. So we're gonna keep realizing people. I gotta make sure that we I think what I'll do is we'll walk through, like, it's really hard because, like, we spent 30 minutes in this part going through, like, the shit I did off camera. So, like, and then we spend some time, like, talking to like, Skylar about, like, realization and everything like that. But I think we can get through more in each, like, hour. But we'll see how many we get through. I'll start doing some of my favorites first and everything. I don't know how we're gonna do, like, the objects that hate me. How do we realize them? You know what I mean? Because I don't want to have to get Candy to try to change it. I suppose we can talk to Keith and see if we can get Candy from him next time. I don't know. We got another workspace thing. Let's do this. Hold on.
Valdivianites. CEO David Most coming at you from the Penthouse Relaxation Grotto, starting the day with endless gratitude for our Valdivian family and the incredible work you all do. Let's make today amazing. Superstars, before today's upcoming all-hands meeting, I just wanted to address the elephant in the Relaxation Grotto. Recently, some 10,000 of you may have received a strange email not intended
Interesting.
for you. This correspondence has understandably raised a lot of concerns. But
did we get an email?
Let me assure you, those concerns are misguided and unnecessary. The truth is, my email was hacked by a sophisticated internet.
Was that the one about getting my glasses back or whatever?
We have yet to determine the exact culprit, but all signs point to a disgruntled former employee. Most likely Sandy, from corporate events planning. She was a worthless loser, and no one liked her.
It's been a while.
I'm sure we'll discuss more during today's meeting, but the top line is Valdivian is absolutely not in danger of running afoul of the federal government. Additionally, for her negligence that allowed this breach, our Chief Security Officer, Valerie Hernandez, has been terminated effective immediately. We appreciate her valued contributions to the Valdivian family and wish her great success in all her future endeavors. Mucho éxito, Valerie. Looking forward to a lively exchange of ideas.
That was probably the last thing up here where he was, like, talking about, so it was probably, we need the glasses because the government and everything like that, so. So does the data dex in here, like, does it show everybody new? Because I kind of want, like, the people... I figured it would show new for... There we go. Look, there they go. You realize Betty. Betty's a real girl. Diana's a real girl. Glitch is a real boy. Like, likes you, dislikes you. Teddy is a real boy. Where's the other one? Who else did we do? Oh, Lucinda, right. Lucinda's a real girl. Look at that. All right. And then we'll get everyone else. But anyway, so we'll finish. Hopefully it doesn't take like 84 years, but we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens in the next part, how many we get through. And if we can like whatever, but I think I'll go through like my favorites as much as I don't want to let Lyric and Timothy and Daisuke and Mateo go. Like, we let Betty go and it's okay, she'll come back, and we'll let the people that we love the most go. And then we'll kind of move on to my, like, other group of kind of favorites, and then, like, then we'll just kind of fill in the... Or we'll, like, do some favorites, do it, like, other, like... I don't know how we're gonna do it to make sure we get everybody, you know what I mean? And we'll see what happens with the people we hate. Like, can we let them off into the world? Like, do I have to try to change my relationship? Do I have to get candy from Keith? I'll look that up or whatever. But we'll see. Because if it's a matter of, like, oh my god, it's gonna take 84 years, I would rather do what I did last time. Because that would have taken, like... I mean, it only took me a couple of hours between like a Saturday and a Sunday going through, but I was also like skip through, choose some answers, skip through. And some people I was kind of reading through, and other people I was just spam skipping and clicking the shit. Because I'm like, I don't care! Like, you know what I mean? So, and like Kofi's was skipping a lot because a majority of her stuff was you have to drink each one of the coffees she offers you like 4 fucking times each. That's why it takes so long. And then on like the 4th time you drink it, like, because there's always little questions you ask her about the coffee. So then the 4th time she asks you about the coffee, you know, gives you a little quiz, and then you... So it's like a lot of that was like click, 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 yup, click, 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 yup, click, click, okay, whatever. And then, you know, whatnot. So it was like pointless conversations, you know what I mean? And so I don't know. I just... It only took me, like, I don't even know how many hours I sat here Saturday night, like, whipping through doing this. I was up for a while, and Sunday I spent a couple hours doing everybody else. But it probably would have taken, like, 7, 8 more parts minimum just to get through everybody. And a lot of the conversations is like, yeah, okay. And then I gotta, like, I don't know. And because I wasn't invested with some of them, like, so I don't know if... Like, these don't take as long, the realization things, but if there are characters that I don't necessarily care that much about, do I give a crap what they're doing afterward? I don't know. Maybe we'll just do it so you can at least see that part because you didn't get to see all the conversations or whatever. Again, though, if you want to see all the conversations, seriously, get the game and play it. Because there's plenty of, like, there's different options, obviously, than what I chose. You could actually make everyone hate you or make everyone love you, like, whatever. I clearly just, some people hate me. I'll see what we do about them, but... you know, but yeah, I don't know how we will go through and get rid of, like, go some of the people we love, my favorites, and then some of the people that I'm like, whatever about, and then, you know, whatnot. I don't know. Anyway, we'll see how long the next part is and how many people we get through, and then go from there and be like, okay, we can do this in like 3 or 4 more parts. You know, I don't want to be like here, like, it's part 100 and we're finally, you know what I mean? It's not going to be that bad. But, you know, I also don't want you to have to sit through 10 hours of me releasing people. You might not care. That might be fine. You might like that. But here's the thing. You could always just be like, you know, at this point we're realizing people. You could skip ahead a couple of parts if you're not watching this as it goes up. And if you don't want to watch me realize everybody, you just wait and then go, okay, what's this part? We're still realizing people. Okay, skip through did we get to the end? Is this the last part? Nope. Okay, we didn't leave the house. Okay, you know what I mean? So, you know, if you don't want to watch it, you don't have to. You can skip to the end, you know? But anyway, I will see you next time, and maybe we'll let my best boy go. Oh, God. I really want to see what Lyric looks like as a human. I really do. It's going to kill me because I can't record the next part today. I have to do it tomorrow. So I will see you next time. Remember to give the video a big thumbs up and subscribe to see more.